Welcome once again. This is Breakthrough with Jeff. And I'm Jeff Israel, and we've been talking about how to use the laws of nature to propel you forward to the direction of your dreams, because a number of people, really, many people work hard on their dreams and realize at the end of the day, it's like the dreams is working hard against them, outrunning them. And there is a sort of a confusion. Should I work hard or should I just relax and let go? The creation process or the manifestation process, it's a process. It's not just about working hard. It's a creation process, and it takes several laws of nature or the laws of the universe. And I like, in a very short time, before I go, talk about the law of emotion and how this works to manifest whatever it is that you're after, whatever it is that you desire. Because why would you desire something that you don't believe you can have? The fact that you desire it, it means there's a part of you that actually believes you deserve it and you can have it. And so God gave us this law of emotion. And the law of emotion simply states that whatever you feel, emotion, whatever you express within you, is pulling in your direction opportunities that are aligned with that vibration, with the vibration of that emotion. So emotion equals energy in motion. So whatever you feel, the emotions you feel, the emotions you feel within you, it's energy in motion. So never think that whatever you're feeling is a waste of time, that you're just having, a fun moment, you're just having, a difficult moment. It's actually whatever you feel at each given moment will come back to you, manifested as your life experience. And so emotion, the law of emotion, is how we manifest, is how it works with the law of attraction, the law of focus, to bring you your experience, what you want. And you see, you cannot break these laws. You can work against them, and that means that they will work against you, but you can't break them. It's like the law of gravity. You cannot break it. You try to break it, you break yourself, you break your bones. And so understand that the universe answers to your emotional frequency. And the life you're getting today, the experience of life you have today, whether in your relationships, in your finances, in your career, in your business, it's a reflection of the vibrational frequency of your emotions. So what you feel most of the time, this is what we're calling vibrational frequency, is the emotions you feel most of the time. So let me ask you a question. What did you feel the last, few days? What have you been feeling? It's not what you've been doing that matters so much. It's actually the energy within you, because you can be doing something so special, so good, but you, from an energy of anger, bitterness, pain, shame, which is a low vibration like we've seen in this channel. Okay. And by the way, thank you for joining me. I'd like you to invite more people so we can have this conversation that really truly can change the world. If we have more people really making use of their time on the planet in ways that are productive, you're not just getting used, you're not just spending time, you're actually useful, purposeful living, then we'll change the world. So please share this video. And if you're that kind of a person that feels, okay, you like to build the kind of lasting legacy and impact on the planet, then this is the place to be. Join the show and make sure you click the bell notification so that every time we go live, you are notified. And so today we're talking about this law of emotion. I know some of us, especially men, we don't feel so much. Emotion is something we've delegated to others. They can feel for us. If you have dreams, there's no way you can separate dreaming and emotion, because the law of emotion, when you dream, you feel, you must feel. And sometimes I teach men to feel, because some of us, we've lost touch with emotion, with feelings, and we are out of touch with our goals and dreams. And so this is what we call the emotional home. It's where you stay most of the time. It's your familiar emotional ground, where most of the time people know you as that kind of a vibe, that you carry a certain vibe. People know you as a guy that carries a certain vibe. So that when you show up, people know, okay, hey, the serious guy. When you show up, hey, the funny guy. Is a vibe that you carry, is an emotion where you stay most of the time, ultimately becomes your familiar vibe. And people begin to see you as that kind of a person. In a relationship, there are people in a couple situation who carry a certain vibe. You see, someone is they're happy to hang out with, the vibe of excitement, joy. That's the vibe that comes out of their life most of the time. And if their friends were to define them, they'll define them with that vibe. What is your most familiar vibe? When I realized how important this is to my dreams, because I realized at some point I was deflecting the things I wanted by feeling the opposite of what I want. Okay, so you want good, you want to experience good, but most of the time you're feeling constricted, uptight, as though you're in a prison somewhere. Then you know something is out of alignment, and it's something within you. It's in your emotions. And once you align, and it has to be intentional alignment, where you decide, what is my emotional home? And then stay there and have some people that can hold you accountable to stay in your emotional home. Don't move. Even when it rains, don't move. I see people talking about emotional home. I see people down in Japan, when there are all these floods and earthquakes, people always go back home. Remember, the mind is trained in a way, we train our minds in a way that it always goes to where it is familiar. The mind always goes to the familiar ground. Okay, so I've seen even here in Kenya, when people's homes are swept by the floods, after a few months, when the rains subside, where do they go? They go back home, knowing very well that if it rains, their home will be swept away. They'll lose loved ones, they'll lose cattle, they'll lose. But because that's what they know, they always will go home. It's the same thing with your mind. Unless you train your mind to actually make the familiar unfamiliar, the emotional home that does not serve you, you want to make it unfamiliar. Move away from the emotional home of failure or emotional home of lack and scarcity, to introduce your mind to this emotional home of abundance, of peace, of joy, of love. Does your mind have familiarity with love? Is it familiar to abundance? You have to train it through meditation, affirmation. I just talked about the whole Ho'oponopono. If you've not watched the video about the Hawaiian transformational life-changing prayer for Hawaiian traditions, please check on YouTube, Breakthrough with Jeff. 2 videos I've done on the Hawaiian transformational prayer, the whole Ho'oponopono, which really just means cleansing and going back to a place of power, a place of zero limits, where you are unlimited. When you operate from that vibe of being unlimited, whatever you're doing that is before you will always work. It will work for your good. Things work for you, and you begin to adopt these beliefs that everything is working for your good, because that's the truth. Everything is working for your good. Do you believe it? Do you believe that things are working for your good? Do you believe that you're in that flow, the emotional flow, that all is working for your good? So then, how can we work with this tool that we call the law of emotion? Now we understand that an emotion, whatever we feel, it's a vibration. It's not just an idle feeling. There's nothing like that. So when you feel mad, you feel depressed, you feel sad, it actually vibrates. It's an antenna that pulls more feelings that are attuned or aligned with how you're feeling. When you feel happy, you pull more happy people around you. When you feel more joy, you realize people around you are actually happy. Have you ever woken up just happy and everyone you met that day was just happy like you? It's because the world is a mirror to our emotions. The world mirrors our emotions and tells us, this is what you're feeling, Jeff, so let's celebrate. You're happy, let's be happy. And if you're sad, you meet sad people, even people you never thought they would be sad, but they would treat you specifically because of the vibration you're coming from. They treat you the same way. Have you seen, one person being selected out to be hated on out of a group of people? Have you ever felt like you're being picked by the world? Like you're the only one they think they can whip? Have you ever felt like that? It's because of your vibration. These emotions are like magnet. They pull people. So when I work with couples, especially people that feel they're in abusive relationships, most of the time the world treats you the way you're treating yourself. The way you feel deep inside, that's the way. It's a magnet. It's like we have a sign on our face telling me, please hate me, please beat me up, please take me there, please. We have that sign, and the sign is our emotional frequency. And guess what? You are in charge of your emotional frequency. At any point you can shift that. You're not in prison. We imprison ourselves with our emotions in our emotional home, but it's you to decide what is your emotional home. At any moment, you can wake up in the morning and decide, this is how I want my day to be. The same way you can actually decide, this is the way I want my life to be. And by shifting your emotion, you shift your vibrational frequency, you change your entire life. What do you think we are here for? We're not here for the sad stories. We're not here for the depressing stories. We're here to enjoy life. We're here for the good life. Who do you think deserves this good life? It's not just your uncle, your auntie, and whoever. It's you. You deserve it. All of us do. But it's there for those that claim it. Life is a fight for territory. And if you don't fight for what you want, what you don't want will take over. Life is a fight for territory. And if you don't fight for what you don't want automatically will take over. And so we take over through our emotions. Decide what are the 3 emotions you want to be the experience of every moment, of your life. Write them down. What are the 3 emotions you want to experience? It could be love, peace, joy, love, goodness, mercy, kindness. What are those emotions you want to be your DNA signature? So that every relationship you're stepping in that, as kind, sweet person. You know how unbreakable and powerful being sweet and kind is, being loving is. It's so powerful. Some of us think, oh, I don't want to be that because that's weak. Let me be sad, depressed, or, fearful and always fighting. Let me just fight. No, that's not powerful. Power is in love, in joy, in peace. How about from this moment on, you make a decision to be the kind of a person that vibrates joy everywhere you go, no matter what's going on around you. And somehow you become the director of your destiny. You become the one that directs your destiny by directing your vibration, your energy. And this can begin by, number one, visualization. See that person you want to become. See that kind person that is full of love, that is accepted and acceptable in every situation, in every meeting. Imagine being that person. How does it feel like? See, I'm going back to emotion. Excuse me. How does it feel like to be that person? Your ultimate expression of your best version of you. Can you see it? So I want you to visualize it. See it in your eyes, in your mind's eye. You can see yourself as a happy, delightful, sweet person that you were born to be. Forget about the story for a moment. The story of, people did this to me. This is why I should be sad all the time. No, just visualize that beautiful, sweet soul that you are deep inside your heart. Imagine being that 24/7. Imagine bringing that at your place of work, bringing that in your sessions, bringing that in your relationship. Imagine how that would feel. Imagine the people you touch when you're like that. Imagine your family members, how they enjoy being around you. There are people we just enjoy being around. There are others we hear, you just see their phone call, you begin to speak in tongues. Hey, Lord, sanctify, riba shikatayala. You just want to cover yourself with the blood of Jesus, because the vibe that comes from them is one that drains all the heaven out of you. And so you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be mtu ako na hiyo ushuhuda. No, you want to be this person. Everyone looks up, for a piece of them. Those sweet people, you can be that. Humanity was actually created to be like that. To be humane is to be kind, is to be loving, is to be really full of life. And you just feel this life is too short to be lived in any other vibration but the vibration of peace, love, and joy. And you realize you're never afraid of anything. People love to be around you. They can't wait to meet you. They connect with you. Your clients are inspired to meet you. They love to meet you. It's not just a role they play. It's something they are passionate. They want to be with you because of the sweet aroma, the vibe, the vibration that touches the world. Even before you open your mouth, someone is healed just to be around you. There are people like that. Why not be someone like that? So you can imagine visualization. Visualize that person. Be that person from today. Excuse me. And so it's not hard work to become the person you've always wanted to be. But I want you to understand today, through the law of emotion, you can begin to create that existence, that person. You can make them real. So learn to feel, and learn to feel the emotion that you're calling emotional home. And be intentional about it. Every hour, you can put an alarm. Every hour, you're asking yourself, write down. Every hour, you're saying, am I back? You can call it alignment time. Every hour, you're checking your emotion. Am I in alignment? Because sometimes we meet, some vibrations that mix with us, and we just feel we're out of alignment. We forget who we are. Every hour, come back. Slow down. Go back to your powerful, loving, kind self. and you realize you're attracting more people that are powerful, kind, and loving. Your relationship begin to be powerful, kind, and loving, and you enjoy life 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years. Even if God gives you another 20 years, there'll be fruitful years of your life. There will be years of sweat and toil, and it's like you never enjoy. That's what I wish you all the days of your life. And I want to tell you, the decision is in your hands. You can decide right now to change your destiny by changing how you feel a day at a time. God bless. Goodbye.